Hey everybody, welcome to Storytime with Andy. We've got another book today. It's not really a Christmas book. We've been reading a lot of Christmas books. This one is more like a winter book, and it's called 10 Ways to Hear Snow. And it's about this little girl right here, Lena, and she is on her way to her grandma's house, and while she's walking, she's listening. She's listening to all the different ways that you can hear snow. Okay, so it's kind of a quiet book, but it's really fun because you get to think about all the different sounds that snow can make. So I loved it. We're going to draw from it. Of course, we love to draw around here. We're going to draw a snowman, which you'll see in the book if you keep your looking eyes on. So we're going to draw this snowman today, so be sure to bring a piece of paper and a crayon after we read the book. I want to say a special hello before we read to Easton and Alexa V in North Carolina. I hope you guys like this book. We probably won't get snow here in North Carolina, so maybe this book will kind of get you in the snow mood when we don't have any. Who knows? Maybe we'll get some. Okay. All right. You guys are ready to read? Let's do it. 10 Ways to Hear Snow. 10 Ways to Hear Snow by Kathy Camper. When Lena woke up, everything was quiet. No cars honked, no buses chugged, no garbage trucks gulped trash across the street. Snow! Last night's blizzard was gone, leaving the city muffled and white. But today was Grape Leaf Day, when Lena would help her grandma make warrick and knob. Siti was losing her eyesight, and Lena loved helping her cook. I want to tell Siti about the snowstorm and make sure she's okay. The snow's so deep, Lena's mom said. We could go with you, Lena's dad offered, but Lena wanted to go to Siti's by herself. Stay warm, Habibti, her dad told her, and Lena bundled up. Outside, the sun on the snow was as bright white as a light bulb. Lena squinched her eyes and pulled her scarf over her nose. She could barely see. I wonder if this is how Siti feels, Lena thought. The world sounded softer, but the noises she heard were clearer. Scrape, 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 scrape. What was that? It was Mrs. Walton's shovel digging out the sidewalk. That's one way to hear snow, Lena thought. Lena walked down the street. Snap, snap, snap. The noise was low to the ground. What was that? It was the treads of Lena's boots crunching snow into tiny waffles. That's 2 ways to hear snow. Lena ducked under a pine tree. Poof! A powdery sound. A blue jay on a branch had knocked down snow. 3 ways to hear snow, Lena counted. She listened for more. Swish, 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 swish. What was that soft whiskery noise? People were sweeping snow off their cars, and their brushes made the 4th way to hear snow. Lena cut across the park. Scratch, 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 scratch. Another snow noise? Lena saw long, skinny tracks by her boots. Ahead of her, people were skiing, and their skis made the 5th way to hear snow. Rashid and Miriam were building a snowman. Pat, 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 pat. What was that? It was Mittens smoothing the snowman's head. The gentle sound made the 6th way to hear snow. As Lena walked away, her friends whispered and laughed. Thwomp! Oh no! Lena ran away fast from the 7th way to hear snow. Lena reached Siti's building, all out of breath, her boots covered with white powder. Stomp, stomp, stomp. Lena giggled. She was making the 8th way to hear snow. Hello, Lena, the lady in the lobby said. Go on in. She pointed toward Lena's grandma's room. Lena tapped on the door. Surprise, Siti, it's me. I came to make grape leaves with you. Lena threw her coat and mittens on the radiator to dry. Wonderful. The lamb and rice are ready, Siti said. Yalla, I cannot wait, Lena shouted. Let's get started. Lena rinsed the grape leaves and placed them on towels. Put some filling in the center, roll them up, and put them in the pot, Siti instructed. They're like little grape leaf cocoons, Lena said, looking at them piled on the plate. Or lots of little sleeping bags, CT replied. Ha! Mine looks like a mustache. Lena held her stuffed grape leaf under her nose. CT held hers under her nose, too. That's good. She wrinkled up her face and said, We look like a couple of real tough guys, in a tough guy voice. CT, did you know we had a blizzard last night? Of course. Lena was surprised. How could her grandma know when she couldn't see very well? Then she heard a noise. Drip, drip, went the mittens. It was the sound of snow melting. 9 ways to hear snow. Suddenly, Lena understood how CT knew. CT, did you hear the snow? CT smiled. Each morning, I open the window and listen. Today, everything sounded hushed and soft. No noise is the sound that means it's snowing. CT, I listened too. I heard snow 9 different ways. Shovels were 1 and boots were 2. The blue jay was 3. Slow down, Habibti. I want to hear them all. But right now, shh. CT went to the window and opened it again. Listen. Outside, the late blue afternoon was completely still. Quiet is the 10th way to hear snow. The end. All right, everybody, you ready to draw 10 ways to hear snow? So it's kind of hard to draw snow, right? Like, it doesn't look like one thing. It's always snow on something. But I've chose this snowman right here. We heard pat, pat, pat as one of the ways that you can hear snow. So we're going to draw a snowman, but I'm going to close the book because I don't even think you're going to need it to follow along. If you can draw circles, you can draw a snowman. Pretty cool, huh? All right, first thing we're going to do, right about in the middle of your page or somewhere near there, we're going to draw a carrot nose, okay? So tiny little stick right there and a long triangle, okay? That's all it is. Then we're gonna draw an eye here and then one over here, okay? And we're gonna draw a smile. Usually their smiles look like they're made up of lots of little dots because you used to use lumps of coal to make a smile. So there is our snowman smile. And we're gonna make the head just a circle. So start kind of right here on the carrot nose and make a circle. Doesn't have to be perfect because I've never seen a perfectly round snowman. There you go. There's your snowman head. You can even like color in the nose if you want. Orange would be a great color for that carrot, but you can do whatever you want. Okay, now we're gonna draw another circle for the body, okay? So you're gonna come right here. You don't start it down here, you start it up here, okay? And just kind of come down a little bit. Start on the other side, come down a little bit, and just join them right down there at the bottom. Again, see, it's like not a perfect circle because snowmen really aren't perfect circles. And then we're gonna draw 3 buttons just like this. You can kind of make them look like lumps or you can make them perfect circles if you want. These would have been made with like coal, but when we were kids, we didn't have coal, so we just kind of used whatever rocks or sticks or leaves we had around. So you can shape them like that, and we can draw some arms. So just take one little spot right here and draw an arm up, and then draw an arm somewhere else, okay? There's your snowman arms. Then we're gonna draw the bottom part, which would be kind of like where the snowman's legs are. So we're gonna start over here. Again, don't start in the middle, start over here. Make it a little bit fatter than your last one. Come down, and then don't close it because we're actually gonna draw the ground, okay? So draw the ground. You can make it straight if you want. You can make it kind of wavy. And there is the ground. So there's your snowman. You can decorate him if you want. If you want to draw a hat on him, you can do that. Maybe you want to draw a little scarf. Maybe your snowman has a tutu on. Whatever you would like to do, you can draw that on your snowman now. And we're going to draw the name of the book. This is 10 Ways to Hear Snow, okay? TenWaysto, 10 ways to H-E-A-R, snow, S-N-O-W. 10 ways to hear snow. There you go, good job. All right, I hope you guys liked that book. Like I said, it's kind of quiet, right? Kind of a quiet book, but it's really fun to think about all the ways that you can hear snow. And if you live somewhere where it doesn't snow very much, kind of like me, you can think about this concept with other things. So you can think about 10 ways to hear Christmas, okay? And think about all of the sounds that you hear around the Christmas season, okay? You can think about 10 ways to hear spring. When that comes, and you can turn your ears on and see what kind of sounds you hear when spring comes. So it's just all about like listening and being aware of the world around you, right? Okay, I want to see your pictures of your snowmen. I bet they're really cool. I'd love to see what kind of hats or scarves or mittens you drew on them. So you can have your mom or dad put them on Instagram or Facebook. I'd love to see them. And hey everybody, as always, stay well and keep on reading.